Good evening, spells, and welcome to Caster's Magic. Attention. This is not a game for the faint of heart or stomach. There is a warning screen implemented by the team, but I wanted to make sure that everyone who intends to watch this series on my channel is completely aware of the content they are about to consume. Visual novels are not as they once were, and Doki Doki Literature Club is the farthest from an exception. That being said, here are the trigger warnings associated with DDLC. Self-harm, suicide, child abuse, child neglect, bullying, arguments, unsettling use of AI, and psychological horror. That being said, let's begin. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit http://ddlc.moe/warning.html. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure to highly disturbing content. I agree. Hello everybody, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. I could not have timed that more perfect. Oh my god. Anyway, hold on, let me double check that oh god. You guys got just ear blasted with Doki Doki Literature Club, didn't you? I'm so sorry. Hopefully I am now louder than Doki Doki Literature Club's music. If I am not, I apologize. Hopefully I'll be able to fix that in post. Again, if I'm not, I apologize. So, let's begin, shall we? Oh my god, all my girls are here! Oh, I'm so happy. So, I have seen this be played before, but here is what I want to do. Let me start with that before we actually get into the game. What I want to do is I want to go through all of Doki Doki Literature Club, starting with each interest in each girl, because you get different storylines when you choose different girls first, or throughout the entirety of the game. I've also been told you get different endings, potentially, which I've never seen any ending other than, well, let's not spoil it. I've never seen any ending other than the main two. So, some of this is going to be an adventure, some of this is going to be stuff I've seen already, but hopefully we can go on this adventure together and enjoy it as it is. So, that all being said, we are starting our first run as Cass. And we're going to start our focus on Sayori because, well, she's like the first girl we meet, and I have a thing for... Sorry, hold on. I had to just correct my sitting position in my chair. I have a thing for, doing games like this in order, even if there's technically not actually an order, because it's a choose your own adventure. Don't question me. Don't question me. That's... Oh god, okay. I wanted to do voice acting for this, so here we go. Okay. Give me a sec. Hey! I sound like fucking Jacksepticeye's version of Sayori. What the fuck? I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Salvato? Why is that a question? Why is that a question mark? That could have been a period and you would have been fine. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Okay, hold on. We're gonna pause. We're gonna pause right here for a second. If your friend changes their behavior in such a drastic way that they stop waking up at their normal time during their normal routine, something they always do, something's wrong and you need to talk to them. Don't just change your behavior because something they do is different now. Talk to them and ask them what's wrong if it's something this drastic. Okay? Okay. Now that Papa Cass is done yelling, I'm gonna continue the game. But if you... I go on a fucking tangent and then I forget how to speak. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I'm sorry if I keep stuttering over the words. I can't read. I overslept again. But I got up to you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Cass. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. I would be completely fine if people thought we were a couple, Sayori. You're adorable. Don't listen to the game version of me. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. I knocked over my celery. I have no explanation for that. I knocked over my celery. Whatever you say, Sayori. Whatever you say, Ori. Fucking, I know that's a, like, consistent joke. It's really funny, because it's right there. They, like, give it to you on the screen. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. That Team Salvato decided not to draw. By the way, Cass, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking, either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I do voices. I do faces when I make voices for characters. I want you all to know that. I am doing faces while I read these lines. Anyway. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Why is MC in this game such a dick? Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Okay, that sounds like me. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Why do you care? I love you, Sayori, but why do you give a shit? Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Okay, never mind. I take back why do you give a shit. She's in love with me. That's why she gives a shit. Valid. That's fair. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Give me just a second. Alright, a NEET. Since entering the 21st century, an increasing population of young Japanese have become socially/culturally marginalized. Specifically, many of them are emerging as NEETs, also known as not in employment, education, or training. Or hikikomori, socially withdrawn and isolated. Well, me too. Give me a sec. Anyway, now that we're done with that, I did end up stopping the recording, so I'm gonna have to splice this together with the other one. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me that you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and no one showed the fuck up, even the professor. Where is everyone? Not even, like, the cliche fucking silhouette shit? Like, fake heads? Just shadow people? Not even that? Come on. Sorry, I love this game. I do. I just... There's intentionally a lack of immersion because you're supposed to be aware of aware of the fact that it's a game all the time. Anyway, the school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Siri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out, and I didn't notice her because fucking fuck all is happening in this room. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out. Fuck. I gave her my voice. Did you like my impression of you, Cass? No. Fucking... The voice acting shit is... I'm not used to it yet. And I also don't have a proper fucking microphone for it, so if it sounds wonky still, I apologize. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah! Yeah? How do I read that line? Give me a second, hold on. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to join your club. Mimi. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Bullshit. I literally want to be an author. Bullshit. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! She keeps, fading in between herself and me, so if that gets annoying, I apologize. Did you think I was joking about the celery? I was dead serious about the celery. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I apologize, I'm gonna chew away from the microphone now. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school, why did the music cut out? A section of the school I rarely visit. Why did the fucking music cut out? Did I mute it? Nope, I didn't mute it. It just cut out. Okay. I don't like that. Jesus Christ. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! Sayori, did you imagine the literature club, or is this a joke? No, I'm kidding. I told you not to call me a new member. Why the fuck did I sound like that? I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Ugh, her voice is so nasally. It's so nasally, and I'm dealing with really bad allergies right now. Ooh, okay. Way to kill the atmosphere. Cass, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All worlds escape me. Maybe that's because I'm only a human. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Fucking Sayori was right to be concerned about you becoming a NEET, you fucking weirdo. Guess what, you guys? I have the fucking ability to pause my recording. Because I fucking set up the hotkeys. I'm a dumbass. What are you looking at? Ugh. If you want to say something, just say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Hold on. I need to sip my coffee. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made the cupcakes. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. Fuck. I can't speak. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear and then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki. Always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Am I gonna have to, like, hold the microphone up to my face when I say Yuri's lines? I just thought about that. Because I gave her, like, such a quiet voice. Holy shit. Yuri, who appears comparably... Woof! I almost fucking tripped over that word. Appears comparably... and I tripped over it anyway. Comparably more mature and timid. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. There we go, now I can read. I almost gave myself Sayori's voice. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Cass. Monika smiles sweetly. Okay, so I don't like that line because I started this game up to make sure it would work on my computer. And then I had to delete the fucking gameplay. And, like, I know she says it every single time, but her, like, recognizing me after I've opened the game once is unsettling. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. I thought one of them blinked. Whew. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Oh my god. Come sit down, Cass. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make us some tea as well? Hold on, let me, like, look at my fucking audio capture here. I need to look at my audio capture while I'm reading Yuri's lines. How about I make us some tea as well? Well, it looks like I'm getting picked up at least a little bit. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there are one space. There is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. You mean the closet that's literally already open? Or this one? Because this is a cabinet. This is a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! I fucked that up. I fucked that line up so bad because my throat didn't want to do the thing. Anyway. How the fuck do you even pronounce that? Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I'm going to bake muffins or cupcakes or some shit and decorate them like cats and put a photo up of them. At some point, I might take down this video and re-upload it with the fucking image. Anyway. The whiskers are drawn on with icing, and little pieces of chocolate are used to make ears. Were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. I'm, like, deliberately trying to give her an evil voice so it makes more sense later. but I'm like, ooh, this makes, like, no sense now. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks from the mouthful. Oh well, I'm not doing that line. I might do it the next time around, but... And has already managed to get icing on her face. But we didn't draw it because that would be risque. But wait, never mind, I'm not gonna say that. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet, and the other girls fucking dissipate from the universe. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, because Sayori said that... Well, maybe. But not for, you know, you. Dummy. The tsundere act is actually really, really fucking easy to do. But it's kind of funny. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. The cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? I have my whole tea set literally right next to my desk, so I don't know why I'm asking questions. Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you to enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. And I removed the fucking text bubble. I forgot that right-clicking removes the text bubble. Or left-clicking. Right-clicking? Right-clicking. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Significantly more lately, I actually have been getting into tea. I prefer coffee, but that's, you know. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Don't start with me, bitch. I will delete you so goddamn fast. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question.
Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home. Okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make sure the club is fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And then they both dissipate, because why the fuck wouldn't they? Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start up a new club. You could say that in a way. I'm sorry. You could put it that way. Give me just a minute. Apologies, my laundry machine went off and I had to switch my laundry over. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Yeah, okay. I've been thinking about their voices for, days before I actually decided to record this, so now hearing them all back to back like that, I'm like, oh, thank God. They don't sound the same. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. And I turned on fucking Monica's voice for my own for some reason. I love this detail about Sayori's outfit specifically. That, they include that her tie or whatever is real fucked up. She did not tie it correctly. And Yuri's is, perfect, and Natsuki's looks like it's inverted, and Monica's is just off enough that she seems human. Do you see it? Just in this one, and then everything else is pristine. She deliberately did that. I love that detail. And you don't notice it unless you're deliberately looking at their neckties, but it's so fun. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Cass, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, canon, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Give me just a second. I need to adjust myself in my chair. I sit cross-legged in my desk chair. Don't ask me why, but it doesn't have the arms, so I can do that safely without totally screwing up my hips or my legs. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's so obvious by the look in her eyes. I'm sorry, by the way her eyes light up, close enough, that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements that usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp onto something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. With a rock! Like Rocco, no, fucking, I sounded like Elmo being mad about the rock. Anyway. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if his story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? I gave her a dude voice. Hold on. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrapped paper. Wow. I changed the whole fucking word. You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your bones. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori, why? Why do we touch our friends without permission? That's not okay. Don't do this. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. Wow. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open... Fuck. I'm sorry. I forget that I don't turn off the voices when I swear. Oh, shit. You must be willing to open up to your readers. I almost said open up your readers, and no, you don't want to do that. Don't do that. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. Aww, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea for everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. That's fine. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Cass? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Oh, hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls are staring back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Cass... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is... If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Jesus. Fuck. One by one, the girls' eyes light up and they all shoot up like it makes the most sense in the world. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it in the next meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Cass, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I probably write better than Monica does. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, not to toot my own horn here, but Monica's a child. She's not a child. She's 18, according to Salvato. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Cass, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after for school clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps we'll have the chance to grow... We? You know, you and me, us, the viewers and I. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Or writing a poem next time on Caster's Magic. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a like, and I look forward to going on this journey with you guys. Until the next one, have a magical evening and good night. Until night falls spells.